Good day, my friends. I'm at a campground. Last campground in this area before I head out of Oregon. I'm probably going to be here for a couple of days. Maybe I'm thinking Thursday of heading out. But I have a wild and crazy, unbelievable, shocking, I have got lots of words for this one, of a story that I just went through from the Oregon DMV. Shocking. All right, are you ready? Is this only happen in my world? But again, it's one of those stories that all the circumstances that led to getting this fixed, remember, it didn't happen to me, but it worked for me. Okay, let's get into it. Alright, so this is a real-time video of when I had to have the front end of my van that I mentioned in the previous video of real time, where I had to go back to the original mechanic that did the work on my van. Because of warranty issues and stuff like that, I really wanted to have it looked at there, or actually Kent talked me into going back to that mechanic, which happened to be in my hometown area where I used to live. So it's way over 100 miles than where I have now moved to my new hometown area. So I figured, well, let me go back one more time to my mailbox over there, get to my storage unit. I wanted to take a few more things out of the van and pick up that mail. So I pick up my mail, and I was shocked to see what I saw. And I can't actually show you the letters because I have personal information on here. I have my vehicle information, my personal information, and name and stuff like that, an address, so I'm just going to have to just kind of read it to you. But it is from, the first one actually came in, issued July 15th, okay, from the DMV, Department of Transportation of Oregon. And I was traveling around at that time. I think that might have even been the time I was, traveling with my friend Chris, and we were trying to make it to the coast. There was a coast gathering, so lots going on at that time. And I know I picked up my mail when I came back from that time frame, because remember, I was looking for my passport. So at that time, I didn't. I picked this letter up, I'm sorry. So what happened is I got busy and I skimmed through the mail, and I don't know how I didn't see this letter. So I tucked it in a little pocket behind my seat, and it's my fault for not being more thorough too, for looking at my mail, right? Because I'm in a hurry. I'm always like, got this going on, that going on, which is another issue, right, at this time in my life. So I go on about my business, and so I get another letter. So there's a second letter that came in, and that was issued August the 15th. It is now September 15th. As of yesterday. Today's the 16th of September, so a month after the last one of a warning of a 30 days issue notice here that I got from the DMV. So everything worked out for my benefit to go to this area again, get to this mailbox, because as far as I was concerned, I was done. I wasn't going back into that area, but all these circumstances led me there. So what happened is I ended up opening up this letter, and it's a Oregon Mandatory Insurance Law, ORS 806.150 directs DMV to verify automobile liability insurance from the registered owner to ensure Oregon drivers are being financially responsible by carrying insurance. To do this, the verification must come directly from the registered owner, even though the same information might have been given to us with your last vehicle registration renewal. Okay, and I can't even remember if I had to show it. I think I did. And I just registered my vehicle in September. It's due October. So that was just done, and I'm good till another year from now. So it's crazy that this came up, right? So then it says, please complete and sign the mandatory insurance certification card below and return it to the DMV within 30 days from the date of this notice. When we receive the form, it will be forwarded to the insurance company you listed for verification. Only complete one of these sections below. Complete Section A if liability insurance was in effect on the date for the vehicle listed below. And for randomly they put July 15th, and I'll go over why. And then there's a complete Section B if liability insurance was not in effect on the date of this notice for the vehicle listed. When selecting no liability insurance, an explanation is required. If you were not covered by the liability insurance on the date of this notice and this vehicle was in use, you will be required to file proof of future financial responsibility. They call it an SR-22, okay, with the DMV for a period of 3 years. If you have any questions, to best serve you, you can contact this driver's transaction section accidents and at this number they give you. So then on this little detach thing, you detach and tear. It has the vehicle identification number, plate number, a title number. It has the year, the make, and all that of the vehicle and the date of this notice. So the notice that they randomly pulled was July 15th, and you supposedly 30 days from that letter, you're supposed to show proof of insurance to them by filling the insurance company, policy number, and and then if it was not in effect, then you have to state why the vehicle was sold or traded, vehicle registered in another state, or I have no liability insurance because, and then you have to say why and sign it and date it. Well, then I get the second letter saying that they have not received a reply to our previous inquiry asking for liability insurance information regarding the above described vehicle. If you had other liability insurance for the vehicle at the date of our original notice, please complete the enclosed card and return it to the Motor Vehicle Division within 30 days. Now this is where it gets super freaking serious with these people. If you do not have liability insurance covering this vehicle on the date of our original notice, you now must show proof of future financial responsibility to retain your driving privileges. This proof must be filed and maintained with the Department of Motor Vehicle for 3 years. Most people show proof of future financial responsibility by having their insurance company file with the division an insurance certificate known as the SR-22. If we do not receive your complete card certifying that you were insured on the date of our original notice, or if you do not meet one of the requirements listed in the paragraph above, we must suspend your driving privileges. You will have the right to request a hearing on this requirement. If you file proof of future financial responsibility now, you give up that right. If you want to request a hearing, information on how to ask for one will be provided when the division issues you a notice of suspension. I mean, this is wild and crazy. So I called my insurance because I've had insurance. You know, I've always had insurance. This is an expensive rig, you know. I told them I spent a lot of money on this rig. I put a lot of money in repairs. All the money of solar and stuff like that that I put on it. But obviously I have insurance on it. So I called the number, and what they said is randomly they are their computer system is picking vehicles and randomly throwing them out there and issuing these letters to them. That's all it is. It's not that that the person is delinquent. It's just randomly, and she said it probably has to do with because of the type of vehicle that I have. They're going by the make and model, maybe because it's an RV camper van. I don't know if they're just going after those kind of rigs in Oregon. Maybe, I don't know if they're having issues, but whatever it is, I got caught in the middle of all of this. And I came so close, can you believe it, to not seeing this, and then my license would have been, you know, suspended because randomly my vehicle got chosen to show proof of vehicle insurance, which I gave her the vehicle information. I said, of course I have insurance, so I gave her all that information. I've been with these people for years, you know. I always have insurance. So anyways, that got dealt with, but and she was able to take care of it over the phone, so I'm good. No license got suspended, but I told her I travel. I told her, you know, in fact, I'm heading out. I'm going to be getting out of here, and what my plans are, where I'm going, when I'll be back, all these things. And even she said, well, most people who travel like me have a, you know, mail forwarding address. And I said, well, I mean, I do. I just didn't want to go through all the trouble of changing from my mail forwarding address place to getting everything changed from the other one, because it means all the license. I just got my passport that has that other address to it. So it means a lot involved. So the next thing I need to find out if I can keep my first original address that has my license, that has everything on there, because my passport is to that address, and then see if I can just do a billing or just a second mailing address from them, that everything will go there, but still keep this first address, because I mean mailing address, because I have two, but the one that I have that's 100 miles away doesn't mail forward, and the one that I got out this area does do mail forwarding, but that's not the one that's connected to the DMV. I have to definitely start working on figuring something out in the future, or why it's so important to have everything linked to mail forwarding. And that's what she said. Most people, again, have mail forwarding in your situation that do travel. And I'm going to have to really get more serious about getting this changed if and when I come back, you know, to Oregon, maybe next spring or summer. But what a mess this could have turned out to be if I did not go back to that mailbox. I mean, talking about all the van issues that I just had and going back to that area. Once again, it didn't happen to me, but it worked for me. and I'm thankful to Ken, who talked me into going back to that area, to have the van looked at, because wow, what a close call and what a mess. That's all I can say that this could have turned out to be, but it all worked out for my good. I just think this whole story is crazy. I just don't know why randomly they're doing this. It should be enough when you register your vehicle. As far as I'm concerned, you show proof at that point. We register our vehicles here every 2 years. Why isn't that enough for them? I mean, they can catch you at that point and maybe say you cannot register your vehicle every 2 years without showing that proof. But yeah, I mean, because it's just random they're picking these vehicles, and mine is the one who got it. You know, but she assured me it probably will not happen again. You know, I mean, the chance of this happening again, or really soon at this point, she said, is probably not going to happen, so at least I'm okay. Anyways, just wanted to share this crazy wild story with what is going on now with the Oregon DMV, and if you're traveling, what could happen. I'm going to see if I can show you Milo before we wrap up this video. Oh gosh, I just can't believe sometimes things that happen. Yeah, he says, there's Milo. Hi everybody. He says, I'm watching everybody go by. Hi. Yeah, he says, hi everybody. I'm liking looking at all the people out here. Not too many people out here right now. Alright, well for now, I will see you all in the next video, and I do appreciate everybody following my journey, and just thank you for just watching and just being there, and you know, going through the ups and downs of life on the road with me. It's just wild out there. Oh my gosh, I wonder, like, do these things only happen to me? Lessons in life, just more. I had to keep saying, it's going to be okay, it's going to be okay, you know, and all I could think about was how thankful I was that I had to go out that way, and decided to, you know, pick up my mail one more time. But now this is it. I'm not going back that way until next spring or summer, and I need to start working on maybe changing more and more things over to this mailbox over here. But I don't know, I may be relocating out of Oregon, so that is my, remember, that is my long-term goal, is to get out of Oregon. So, and I told her that, and I don't know when, you know, because I got a lot of other things going on that I have to consider or look at before that can happen. So anyways, one day at a time on that one. Getting mail forwarded, or at a mailbox that mail forwards, and I think that's my biggest mistake that I'm going to have to fix real soon here. But I don't know how I do that now with my passport. I think your passport has to match your license. I don't know, or anybody know that one? I'm new to having a passport, so I do need to know if that's supposed to match your license, the address, because I don't want to go through the passport issue or getting my address changed to the passport people. I just spent a lot of money on that passport, so I don't know. I know I would have to end up changing it or doing something if I change states, which I know that's going to happen. But I mean, I think I'm still away from that, and I don't want to be doing this twice. I don't want to be doing it, you know, from that mailing to this mailing, and then later on to another state. I just don't want to go through it so many times, you know. I just want to do it once. Anyway, so any thoughts? I love you all. I'll see you in the next video. Look how close I am to that deer. It is just not fazed by me at all. How cool is this to get this close? Just does not seem to be minding me. I don't want to push it too close here. It might spook it off, but I can't believe how close I am, and it's just doing fine.